Hi, welcome back to Your Real Estate Matters. I'm Ryan Anderson with the Anderson Group, selling real estate across the Front Range here in Denver, Colorado. I hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to tell you a little story and then share a little bit of interesting information with you. When I first started in real estate, I had a client. His name was Mike. He's a captain at United Airlines. He is a pilot who flies from Denver to Hong Kong on a regular basis. He does the Asia flight. And one day, after we had closed on a few of his investment properties, he invited me to come up to the United Airlines flight simulator and get a test ride in one of these multi-million-dollar flight simulators, which was amazing, up in the old DIA airport. And when I got in one of these flight simulators, it was like I was inside a jumbo 747 airplane. And there were so many controls that he walked me through that I had to click on, click off, click on, click off, just to get the thing started, because he's pretending, we're simulating that we got a plane full of people and we're going to fly and take off and then practice landing, pretend that we fly to Hong Kong or land in San Diego or land at whatever airport. And I tell you what, the easiest part was the takeoff, pushing it forward and then pulling back and taking off. The hardest part was knowing what buttons to press to get the thing started. He had to walk me through all these different checklists. And then on landing, that was the hardest part, is not only guiding it down to land, but what buttons to press, what checklist items to go through. And it was amazing. I mean, it was an amazing experience. But I crashed the plane like 10 times, right? And then got back up and got to do it all free, over and over again without the reality of actually crashing. But it sure felt like I crashed, because it makes it really surreal and you get the shaking motion. It was an amazing, amazing experience. I'm so grateful for that experience, because it gave me a perspective on what I do in real estate and what our team does. A lot of times I equate our job to being a pilot. And today I'm going to share with you one of our documents that we show all of our clients before we get their house on the market or before we help them buy a house. It's called our 88 Types of Turbulence. And it has things that might go wrong during your transaction. It's surprising how many people don't think through the amount of turbulence that can happen in a transaction, whether it's the buyer, who you're the seller and the buyer has issues with the contract or their job, or they lose their loan, or the seller, you're buying and the seller decides, you know what, I'm not going to lower the price, I am not going to fix those items, I am going to be a stickler about these things, or the seller just decides, I don't want to sell, I'm not going to continue forward, or the lender does faulty lending setup and doesn't do the correct origination, or the title company misses something on the documents and they miss a lien on the property, or let's say the appraiser comes in too high or too low, or let's say the inspector finds a ton of items that you didn't even know existed on your house and you're like, what? I didn't even know these things existed. These are just some examples of things that can go wrong during a transaction. And I can't sit here and guarantee you that nothing's ever going to, go wrong or be a problem or turbulent in a real estate transaction. But what I can guarantee you is that we're not going to bail out. And that's what a good pilot does, right? He doesn't just say, well, I can't handle the clouds. He finds a way around them. He says, I'm going to avoid the lightning. I'm going to avoid the turbulence. I'm going to find a way, as your expert, to get you through the storm. And he's a problem solver. And that's our job as real estate agents, and your team is to problem solve. So if you want a smooth transaction and you want a safe landing and a smooth takeoff and a smooth flight, I'm not going to say it's not going to have problems that need to be solved, but that's why you have somebody like us, a captain at the front of the plane, to help guide you through from point A to point B until we land safely at your destination, whether it's buying or selling. If you have any questions about this at all or would like a copy of this document, feel free to email me or give me a call. I'll be happy to send it out to you. As always, I'll look forward to our call being the best call of your day.